Days like today, I really do wish I had fey ears. Like, imagine if I had fey ears and I could like attach them and just be fey for certain videos. Because this video, I want to be fey. It's weird, I've not done a hi, I'm Noria, welcome back to my channel, Chronicles of Noria introduction in forever. I just go straight to my videos and I'm like, let's bring some form of normalcy back to my channel. So, hi everybody, it's Noria of Chronicles of Noria. Thank you for taking the time to watch one of my videos. If you like my content, please do not forget to like, comment, anything, even if it's heart, I will take it with joy and gladness. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe. Okay, do you know what? If you've not subscribed to my channel, randomly go through some of my other videos. If you like what you see, if you like my style, then please hit subscribe. It would mean the world to me. I'm very close to a milestone subscription and I want to do a giveaway, and I need you all to help. That was my cat, for those that do not know. I have a cat. He likes to make his presence known and has not liked coming on camera for a while. But anyway, as I was saying, if you like it, I'm very close to a milestone and I would really appreciate it if you all help me get there. But the reason why you're watching this video, my TBR, my Magical Readathon TBR. Now, let me tell you, I have been a huge fan of G over at Book Roast forever. I think that she is amazing, talented, brilliant, and so fucking kind. And she oozes creativity, right? But also the warm, cozy, comfortable one. Like, G just makes me feel awesome, right? Very awesome. And she has been doing the Magical Readathon, which was inspired by J.K. Turflin's Harry Potter series. Once again, that is my cat. Come, Pop. Baby? That cat. Which was inspired by J.K. Turflin's Harry Potter series. And then after everything that happened last year, G was like, okay, do you know what? I am going to change my Magical Readathon because of the fact that I know that this woman's comments and actions are very harmful to a very important part of our community. And she was like, I'm going to take a time, I'm going to come back, rebrand. And she did. You know, so to all those people that like to make one book fandom the entirety of their personality,
do better.
Anyway, she was like, I'm going to change it, I'm going to come back, and she did. And if you've not watched her announcement video, I'm going to leave it in the description bar. Please go check it out because it was fantastic and phenomenal. This is already in September. This video was meant to go up last week, but you all know your girl was ill. Your girl was sick. I had malaria, typhoid, and food poisoning, so it was just a whole gamut of shit. I meant that literally. Apologies if you were eating. That was too much information. What the fuck? Anyway, as I was saying, last week did not work for me, so it's going up a bit late, but I've already started my book reading. I've already started everything, so I'm not behind, y'all. For the first time in 18 months, I think I'm out of my reading slump. I'm actually very inspired to read, and it's all thanks to this amazing readathon that G created. At the end of September, I'm going to show you all my character that I've created because I'm still brainstorming. Like, I have all the details, but I want to write a tiny little summary of my character, their goals and dreams and expectations, etc., etc. So I'll show you that at the end of September when I'm doing my wrap-up video. Now, this readathon is very chill. In fact, G has stated that all we need to do is complete 2 prompts. And if we complete 2 prompts, we've done it. But your girl is an overachiever. And once again, like I said, for the first time in a very long time, I am inspired to read. So I'm actually making a goal to read 10 books in September. If I actually am able to finish them all, I will be through the roof, but I really love it. So the 10 books for the 10 prompts, because you're not meant to combine prompts, is meant to be 7 for the actual path and then 3 for the creation of my character. So I'll just go through the prompts quickly. So the first prompt on the novice path, which is the entrance, we're meant to read a book with a map. And for that, I am going to be reading A Torch Against the Night by Sabata Hare. This is the second book in the An Ember in the Ashes series. I am body reading this entire quartet, because I think it's 4 books, with my very good friend Sarah over at Novel Serendipity. We read An Ember in the Ashes last year, and I think I really loved it. I think I gave it 4.5 and I approximated to 5 stars because it was that engaging, that fast-paced. Everything was really happening, and I've been holding off on reading the second book since like forever, so I am getting to it this month. We're following Laya and Elias's story as they race to try and save her brother. That is all I'm going to say, because if I go into more details, I'm going to spoil book 1 for you, but I really love it. And as you all can see, there is a map, so that fulfills that prompt. Second prompt, or the second stop on the path, is Ashton, and Ashton is to test our willpower and curiosity. And for this prompt, we're meant to pick a book that is very high on our TBR, and for that I am going to be reading Six Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. This is the gorgeous fairy loot edition. As you can see, it's stunning. I really love this story. In this, we follow Shiori, who has magic in her veins in a country where she's not let that magic show. And when it is that she's betrothed to a man she does not love, she does not want to marry, on I think it's the day of her betrothal ceremony, a magic actually breaks out, and her stepmother uses the opportunity to banish her. A stepmother, by the way, who has power of her own, uses the opportunity to banish her and turns her 6 brothers into cranes. And now she has to fight back to reclaim her throne, to save her brothers with the help of the man she did not want to marry, and I think a dragon, a shape-shifting dragon. Like, your girl is ready. It's a fairy tale. It's an East Asian inspired fairy tale, and I'm really excited for it. And this cover is gorgeous, and it's very high on my TBR. It's been high on my TBR since I got it, and I really do like the fact that it is so, it was not purposeful, it was accidental. But when I thought of Ashton and I thought of Six Crimson Cranes, they just fit. And it was later that I realized that this is a story that tests Shiori's willpower, right? With regards to her silence, but also with her choosing when she should break the silence and how she should break the silence and how she should fight back against the woman who has banished her and how she should reclaim her position. So it is all about her willpower. And I just think it's fitting for me to read it for the prompt that is meant to test willpower and curiosity.
This is fate, Brian. It's fate.
The next prompt is The Mist of Solitude, which is meant to test our solitude. And for that, we are to read a standalone novel. And the book I picked for that is Bacchanal. Bacchanal by Veronica G. Henry. This takes place in a carnival. Look at the stunning cover. Like, oh my God. The books I picked. So this takes place in a carnival where we meet our character Eliza Meeks. She's used to being alone. She's a loner. She's been abandoned by her family, by her friends. She's basically, like I said, all alone in the world, and she has this ability to speak with animals. And for some, they consider that a blessing. For others, they think she's a she-devil. For the carnival that hires her, she's a way to draw in the crowd. But what she does not know, and as she finds like her family within that carnival, because there is found family in this book, she also discovers that there's an evil demon in the carnival that has been using that carnival as a front for consuming innocent human souls, and it would be up to Eliza to go up against the demon. And once again, I love the fact that this explores solitude, because for the start of her story and for most of her life, Eliza has existed in solitude. The people that have been her companions have been the animals that she can talk to. So once again, it fits perfectly well with the prompt. It was fate. The next prompt is Ruin of the Sky, and this is meant to test for unexpected things. And we're meant to read the book that features ghosts, hauntings, or any other supernatural creatures or happenings. And for that, I am going to be reading The Sea of Monsters, which is the second book in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series by Rick Riordan. What is more supernatural than Greek gods? And what is more unexpected than Percy's discovery of this world and all the things that are happening, because in each book there is something unexpected that surprises him that pops up. I am body reading this entire series with my very good friend Sarah over at Novel Serendipity. We body read Lightning Thief together, and now we're doing Sea of Monsters this month, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how Percy and Annabeth and Grover's story continues, because we can see the Cyclops are showing, right? And I think somebody died. Like, there's a game that turns into a death match with Cyclops. Annabeth shows up and is like, yo, Camp Half Blood might be gone forever. Once again showing that Percy's world can never just be calm, and I really love it. I think it fits for Ruin of the Sky, just like all the other books I've chosen so far. Like, they just work with the prompts, don't they? The next point on the path is Obsidian Falls, and it exists to test the clarity of our minds. And for this, we're meant to read a book that is either a thriller or a mystery novel. And for that, I am picking A Study in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallaro. This is the first book in... Hi, baby. Compop is here. Hey, everybody. Say hello to my little... Oops. Compop just pushed my book off. Hi, baby. How are you? There you go. Do you want to? Yeah. There you go. Apologies. This is the first book in the Study in Charlotte quartet, and it basically follows Jamie Watson, who gets to this new school and meets Charlotte Holmes. Yes, that Holmes. She's the great granddaughter of Sherlock Holmes, and just like her ancestor, she has that clarity of mind. Can you all see what I'm talking about? She has the clarity of mind. She's very smart. She has a genius mind, but she's also temperamental like a grandfather. And Jamie was like, I'm not going to get along well with this girl until one of their classmates dies, and Jamie and Charlotte are being framed for their murder, and they have to team up to solve that mystery and clear their names because they can't trust anybody but each other. It's the perfect fit for Obsidian Falls. The next point on the path is the Tower of Rumination, where we're meant to check our hearts and minds desire, and for that we're meant to read a 5-star prediction, or a book that we think we're going to give 5 stars. And the book I chose for that is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. This is the first book I am reading in September. I have started reading it. I am, like you can see, I'm right here. And once again, it's perfect for the prompt, and it's perfect for the point, because this follows Addie LaRue, a young girl who made a deal with a devil, a god, after dark, a god she should not have called upon, but a desperate situation and a desire to retain her freedom, to be a tree and not cut down for a life she does not want, pushes her to make a deal with a god she should not have. And that deal comes with a price, because for freedom, for eternal freedom, at least until she chooses to hand over her soul, she will forever be forgotten. Nobody remembers her name, nobody remembers her presence, and she's been living through life that way for over 300 years, until one day in an old bookshop she meets a man who remembers her. And that is where everything changes. Like, this book was all about, what do you want? What does your heart want? What do you not want? And how is it that you toe that line? What are you willing to sacrifice to get what your heart desires? And that is, in this case, Hattie made a pact without really thinking. And the question is, does she regret it at the end of this book? Because as at the start of this story, she really, really regrets it. But not the fact that the circumstances that she was in pushed her to. It's more of a case of she wishes she had taken another path. And this book just has me in such a a state of introspection, because I keep asking myself, I'm like, okay, but if you cannot leave a mark on the world, if nobody knows of your existence, do you actually exist? And this is a question that as Adi has to deal with throughout the course of this book. And I love it. I'm enjoying it so far. Now I'm analyzing the story when I'm like, nah, I will talk about it during my wrap up. But anyway, I'm really loving it so far. I'm over 100 pages in, which is a quarter of the book read. It's going well so far. It's definitely looking like a 5-star read so far. Definitely looking like I chose well. And yes, we are exploring the heart and mind's desire, both mine and of Adilaru. And finally, the last point is Orilium Academy. This is meant to take us directly to Orilium against April's Readathon, which is when we're going to be in school and we're going to start taking exams. And for that, we're meant to read a book that takes place in a school setting. And for that, I chose The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. Yes, I am finally going to be reading The Starless Sea this month, and I'm really excited for it. In this, we follow Zachariah, who is a university student, a very nerdy university student. So this takes place in a university, but it's also about books and books being a portal to other world, and basically him in search of a door he discovered when he was a child, and a door that disappeared. And it's like he wondered if it was all in his head, until one day in his school library he stumbles upon a book that is basically capturing his own life, right? Exactly that moment where he found the door. And it's like, what the actual fuck? Which is a logical question that anybody would ask. And this book seeks to answer that question. Once again, it fits the prompt. Like, Orilium Academy is the path that is meant to take us directly into Orilium. And this book is all about going through doors to go into other places, doors being portals into other places, books being portals to other places. So from one point to the other, it's the same thing. I personally think that my picks have just been inspired.
This is fate, Brian. It's fate.
Now, those are the prompts that are connected to the path. Next are the prompts that involve like building my character, the last 3 prompts. The first prompt, we could either choose an urban background for our character or a wildling background, and I chose wildling. And for a wildling background, we're meant to pick a book that is set in the forest or set outside. So, like fae, travel stories, etc., etc. I chose A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. Yes, I have had this book for I pre-ordered it, so it arrived very quickly, very soon after its release, and I've not touched it since. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews. Some people hate this book, some people like this book. I want to read it, so I know exactly how the story goes, because this follows Nesta and Cassian's story. I am not going to go into details because that would spoil the entire series for you, but technically this is a fae book. It takes place outside and it fits my wildling. The next prompt is to choose what province our character is from, and they can either be from Daerun, Dark Meadow, Erythrea, or Carador. I chose Dark Meadow because to be from a province that is basically underground, an underground library. I love that. And for Dark Meadow, we're meant to read a Dark Academia book, and I am going to be reading Deadly Education by Naomi Novik for this. Follow our lead character, Elle, who is in this school that basically is filled, has no classes, has no teachers, has no structure. The only thing is that basically everybody is testing out their powers and growing, and you have 2 options to get out of the school. You either graduate or you die, and a lot of students die because, like I said, there are a lot of monsters around. Elle doesn't really care because she has this really deep, strong, dark power that can take out everybody and everything. But that's the thing. Not only will she destroy the monster, but she might also destroy her classmates as well. So she's trying to keep everything down. She's trying not to use her powers until she's forced to. And that is where things get very interesting. So definitely does fit the Dark Academia vibe. This is my Illumicrate cover. I think it was Illumicrate, right? Yes, I definitely think it was Illumicrate because you can see blue straight edges. And finally, we're meant to decide the heritage of our character. Now you can be an elf, you can be an earthling, you can be a human, Erythrean, Skymon. Now I want to be Erythrean because a shape-shifting vampire, like a shape-shifting vegetarian vampire that can turn into crows, that's my shit. And for that, we're meant to read a book. We're meant to read a book that either has crow on the cover or in the title, or we can read an all-red book. And for that, I chose Vicious by V.E. Schwab. Yes, your girl is reading two V.E. Schwab's book in September. And in this, we have Eli and Victor, who were roommates and friends in school, very brilliant people. But when they discover that, oh, a near-death experience can actually grant them powers, these two dum-dums actually tried it to devastating consequences because I think somebody died. And then fast forward a couple of years, like almost a decade later, and one of them is back for revenge. Like, very vague because the fact that I've been able to successfully avoid vicious spoilers, I'm amazing. I'm brilliant. I think so. But yeah, so those are all the books I am reading for the Magical Readathon Orilium, all 10 of them. Let me know if you're participating in the readathon. Let me know if you've read any of those books. Were they 5-star reads for you? Were they 4? Did you not like them? Were any of them DNFs? Please let me know down in the comments down below. As always, like I said, if you did enjoy this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, like it, comment, share it, subscribe if you're not already subscribed to my channel. I make new videos weekly, usually every Sunday. I might toss in a Wednesday video if when I have the chance to do so, which is why you should have all notifications turned on so you don't miss any of my new videos. And also follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter at Noria the Reader and on Instagram at Chronicles of Noria, just so you can keep up to speed and up to date and everything. But yeah, I will see you soon. Until next time, as always, stay passionate, stay nerdy, stay loving yourself. Bye.